And away we go. It is the Nightcap, brought to you by Galactic Fried Chicken, right here on BearcatJournal.com, www.galacticfriedchicken.com. Go to the website, get the app. Go to the app, they will deliver right to your front door, pretty much anywhere inside the 275 loop, or get down to Dayton, Kentucky. We're getting in that it's been too long range for me. Get yourself some of the Galactic goodness. Fried chicken, chicken tendies, coleslaw, French fries, Galactic sauce. You name it, they got it. So make sure it becomes a priority to add Galactic fried chicken to your regular dining list. It is out of this world. All right, let's get moving. Aaron, big day for the Bearcats.
That's what I hear.
The transfer portal opened on Monday. As I have reported on BearcatJournal.com. What do you... I can see your screen in your glasses. I was like, what is Aaron watching there?
I haven't had insurance in a while. I'm running low on contacts. Just it's also
just
winter.
Be careful. Just be careful with whatever you're watching on that screen.
There's not anything bad. I promise you that. Not an issue.
Anyhow, it was a big day for UC football as the portal opened on Monday. As we reported on Bearcat Journal today, Monday began the official visit of Indiana transfer quarterback Brendan Sorsby. He started the back half of the season for Indiana, the last 6 games of the year, threw for 15 touchdowns, accounted for, I think, 4 more on the ground, had 5 interceptions, 1,500 yards or so, becomes essentially the quarterback of the future for Scott Satterfield's program as he enters.
3
years remaining. Left. Obviously, there will be a competition. Brady Lichtenberg, Brady Drogosh, Samaj Jones entering for spring football. But all indications are, this program has kind of gone all in on Brendan Sorsby coming into this program and making an impact. So let's get to Aaron's view and Aaron's questions. If you want more, Dave and I talked about it for a long time today on the BCJ pod. This is an extension of that. So let's hear from Aaron.
I guess my first question would be, sell me on why I should be excited about this kid. Granted, we know what the stat lines show. We know what.
Sure.
50, I believe it was 15 and 5. If touchdown to interception
15 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Yeah.
But 4 more on the ground. So 19 under his resume, if you will.
Yeah.
But what should we be excited about as we look to? Plenty of people are talking about maybe this is a just knee-jerk reaction. There's a lot of people with a lot of different reactions. I wouldn't even say cautiously optimistic. You wanted this guy from the jump. You were very quick to react to him entering the portal, getting him on campus, getting the deal done. Why should I be excited about this?
So here's something that's important to remember. Contact with Sorsby was allowed 3 days before the portal opened because his coach had left. So there were a couple days lead up to Monday. It wasn't like, the portal opened Monday and all of a sudden he was on campus.
The good old legal tampering.
But that's kind of part of the NCAA rules. Is if your coach leaves, you're allowed to enter the portal and start the process earlier than like the normal transfer portal process. They made it very clear that they had watched the tape, and I feel pretty confident that their mindset was very similar to mine and Dave's and yours and Brent's and all of us on this network that have talked about it. They need in this offense to add more of a threat through the air. And that's what he looks to be able to do. The middle of the field was essentially not an option under Emory Jones. The digs, the quick hitters off of like most of what Emory Jones was very good at was taking what the defense gave him pre-snap. If you look at
no slants, no ins, no outs, no
right. If you looked at like, okay, Xavier Henderson is in like zone coverage and the defensive back is 6 yards off. Okay, he's going to run 7 yards, turn around. We're going to throw him the ball. And like they did a very good job of taking what the defense gave them, but they did not put a lot of pressure on defenses through the air. And when you watch Sorsby's tape from his time at Indiana, he was pretty good at the things that they weren't good at last year.
Dave posted a couple videos that looked like timing routes, and I forgot what those looked like.
Slants, digs, crossing routes over the middle.
Post corners. I mean,
yeah.
It's crazy.
So, look, this offense was not number 6 in the country in rushing because Emory Jones was a dominant running quarterback. And did Emory Jones make plays with his legs? Yes.
This isn't a knock on Emory Jones podcast. We're not doing that.
No,
I want to make that clear.
I have gushed about Emory Jones and his toughness and his just his general persona.
Yeah. Moxie.
He fought his ass off
to the end. He didn't want to be taken out.
Right. But there were limitations in what he could do in the passing game.
Correct.
And when you have a Corey Kiner returning, when you have your offensive line returning, you need the passing game to take the next step. You do not need to bring in a running quarterback, like a single threat quarterback that struggles in the passing game. Now, 57% completion percentage, that has to get better. That has to get up into the low to mid 60s at minimum. He has to be 62, 63% to really make this thing, I think, click. And if he's better than that, then you're cooking with gas. But, a year ago, Aaron, we were sitting here, didn't know what the quarterback situation was.
Right.
Didn't have any wide receivers.
We had one.
Had one starter on the offensive line returning. The offense was in shambles. Yes. And now, on December 6th, you have your entire offensive line. You now have your quarterback, or potentially your quarterback. You have your number 1 running back. I think it's important to figure out, Xavier Henderson, is he going to be back? If Xavier Henderson is back, all of a sudden things start being really interesting because you have Aaron Turner and Barry Jackson in the slot. I don't think you have to go get a slot receiver. You have Evan Prater opposite Xavier Henderson on the outside. If you go get a number 2 receiver and you have Xavier Henderson and you have Evan Prater and Barry Jackson and Aaron Turner, and all of a sudden you're looking around and Sterling Buckhalter, I think you're starting to feel like, okay, we're pretty good at wide receiver. Peyton Singletary should be healthy. Joey Belgian should be healthy. You probably would like to go get one more tight end, although you have 2 high school tight ends entering that room. You're starting to feel pretty good about your offense. And that becomes even more key now that you have Sorsby as that early piece. What you don't want to do, Dave talked about this today, and I think he made a great point. You do not want to get into mid-December, late December, and you don't have your quarterback yet.
It's just funny to me that we are, for the first time, and I can't actually remember how long, probably more comfortable with where with this I can't call it a signing. I can't call it a commitment yet. I guess you can call it a commitment.
You can call it a commitment. It was a commitment.
We'll
That's
call it a
actually
commitment.
what it was.
Until he's on campus. I mean,
it's not done until he's here, but it's
not a done
deal.
Yeah, all right.
He committed to Cincinnati.
With that all said, though, it's the first time that we've probably felt more comfortable with where the offense is than the defense, and that's crazy to me because I don't know when was the last time you could say that.
I mean, on defense, you have Dante Corleone.
And then
Jonathan Thompson, I think, is very promising.
You understand my point, though, and I'm not.
Yeah, I'm emphasizing your point.
Right.
Jack Dingle.
Yeah. DJ Turner. Jordan Young.
There's a lot of questions in the secondary.
Kalen Carroll.
There's questions at edge rusher. Like, there are questions defensively, without question. But now, Aaron, I think you can look at that and say, you know what? Let's focus a little bit more on the defense. Let's be a little bit more defense centric.
Absolutely, and that was what I was getting to, is the fact that now you can almost put the offense to bed. Outside of
you're not going to put it to bed because you still need a running back. You still need a number 2 wide receiver. You probably still need a tight end. There's a chance that you can add like tackle depth on the offensive line. Like, you're not putting it to bed, but you're telling it to, like, hey, be quiet, go to bed, right? Like,
they're in the passenger seat. They can relax while
we're
driving. We're driving over here.
We're gonna have to. And we all saw the end of the season. There's a lot to fix on defense right now. There's a lot that needs work, and I think that is probably the most important part of going. I know everybody's going to look at saying they got their quarterback, so now like they can focus on offense. I think it's they got their quarterback, and now we can go find defensive backs. We can go find a replacement or more depth at the star position where Deshaun Pace was, at safety where you need specific and like very direct help. Corner, that was a major problem for last year. And go get somebody that can get to the quarterback, Aaron.
Well, look, it all starts and ends with the quarterback. Just ask Florida State. They found out the hard way.
But such bullshit. But anyway.
But no, it's good to have at least that off the list and moving on.
It was number 1 on the list. People are acting surprised today. Oh my God, they added a quarterback. Did you not watch this team? They were a quarterback away from winning 2, 3, 4 more games.
And that's, again, not a knock on either of the Bradys. It's just you had to get better. You had to.
Have to.
We don't know. We truthfully, we don't know what either of the Bradys have at this point.
We have a bit of a view on Brady Lichtenberg, who I thought did okay. Like, I didn't think he was bad at all in the reps that he got. And if he sticks around, I have no clue what his thought process is hearing this. But if he sticks around, he's going to be able to compete.
Would love it.
And find a way. So, I
elevate that whole room. Keep elevating that whole room.
Nonstop.
Agreed.
Nonstop. But now you can look at defense. And now over the next week or so, you can bring in transfers, you can bring in, official visitors. You can put it at the top of your list. We have to fix our defense. And that's now able to become the priority because you have your quarterback.
Well, let's switch gears completely.
Yeah. It's
how far back are we going?
How far back do you want to go?
I don't know that we need to go any further back than Tuesday.
Okay. I mean here's the thing is
I guess we can look at
the
Saturday.
Big East Big 12 challenge has been going on. That is something that the Big 12 has, for the most part, controlled. Today was a little rough. Pittsburgh dominated West Virginia. Marquette beat the crap out of Texas, which was not shocking, but I mean, I thought that would be a good game. Like, I really did think that would be a back and forth battle. I think it's 7-5 with the final game tomorrow. Iowa State. No, that's not. Today was the final game. Damn it. Now I need to find the final numbers. I think it was 7-5, how that challenge ended with the Big 12.
I think I'm a little annoyed if you're doing Big East, Big 12 battle, and you have Cincinnati and Xavier playing in just several days. Couldn't you have just moved this into part of that?
No.
Why?
I mean, I guess technically, like, you could have said it was, but it wasn't going to be part of the, like, it's its own thing. It needs to be its own thing. I don't want it part of any other thing. I want it to be the crosstown shootout.
Then why was Cincinnati left out?
Because they were predicted at the bottom of the conference, Aaron.
Lame.
There's only so many. I think there's only 11 Big East teams. So
Well,
11 games.
Maybe they should pick up some more teams to make this worthwhile.
Oh, Jesus Christ, you're impossible. I hate doing the show with you sometimes.
I don't believe you. Looking at last night, though, Oklahoma beat Providence.
Yeah.
72-51.
The thing was, it felt like coming into tonight, they had the chance to just, like, make this a convincing, like, the Big 12 is significantly better than the Big East. And then, you know, you had
Texas
Pittsburgh beat West Virginia, and then Marquette beat Texas.
Oh, Pittsburgh's not
Pittsburgh,
part of the
West
Big East.
Virginia. That's right. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Sorry.
That's not part of it.
No.
It was just the Texas Marquette game.
There was a game last night, I think. That,
Providence, Oklahoma, 72-51. Yeah. Oklahoma beat the brakes off of them. Baylor Baylor beat Seton Hall 78-60.
Kansas State beat Villanova.
Yeah. That was a close one. 72-71.
72-71 in overtime.
Very close.
Tyler Perry. Things are crazy at Kansas State right now. Whew. They dismissed a guy off the basketball team. They lost their offensive coordinator to Texas A&M. A rough day for Kansas State today. That's my bad. I don't know why my brain doesn't work properly right now. I haven't slept much.
You're dealing with the sick kid. It's fine.
She just, I don't know if you guys heard. Apparently she was getting sick while we were doing this show.
Didn't hear.
Oh, okay, good. My mind has been distracted because I've heard my kid upstairs not doing well. But yeah, I mean, look, it's a dominant basketball conference, Aaron. Mm-hmm. Like, there's going to be a couple losses along the way. There's going to be a couple surprises. There's going to be teams not playing well. But when you look overall, like 20,000 feet view, it's not even close. Houston beat Rice 75-39.
You know what has swung, though? A whole 10%, I believe. No, 8%. 8% swing since last night.
What's that?
ESPN's analytics had Xavier at a 53.8 clip last night. Today they stand at a 46.2% clip to beat Cincinnati. Cincinnati now on top, 53.8.
Yeah, they got dominated by Delaware.
I'm just saying it didn't swing until today. So
yeah, I mean, like, look, we talked about it on the BCJ pod tonight. Cincinnati, by all obvious eye test, metrics, observations, right now Cincinnati is playing better than Xavier. Yes. Go in there and win the game. Go in there and win the game. we'll talk about this a lot more probably tomorrow night.
You might have a topic for tomorrow night, but
we might. But I'm saying like you and I'll do our like crosstown shootout like thing probably tomorrow. Go win the game. Go win. Simple.
Right now they have what 6-7 guys that have hit double digits now. At Cincinnati.
9 guys have scored in double figures in a
Easy,
game.
Germany, settle down over there.
I had a buddy of mine who had a Doberman, and he trained him in German. So we would be
Not
in his
uncommon.
house. The Doberman would like be coming around and like wanting to like be a dog and like get petted and snuggle up, and he would be 9. Like, whoa, hey, calm down. Calm down.
In any case, anything else you got for tonight?
No, I think we will. We'll come back tomorrow. We'll do a little shootout talk, unless something else crazy happens. It's been one hell of a week, but we'll do a little shootout talk and then talk about
this weird shit going on with with President Baker and the NCAA.
They're covering their ass. CYA.
Look, man, I'm gonna have the tinfoil hat ready.
You better wear it.
If
you don't wear it,
ready.
If you don't wear it, I might kick you out of the room.
A tinfoil bandana.
All right, that's the nightcap. We'll see you tomorrow night. Brought to you by Galactic Fried Chicken, right here on BearcatJournal.com.
9.